Hello and welcome back to Drama Recap. It's Ronnie, going over more of this Amberlynn drama that's been going on the last couple of days. In today's video, I more so want to focus on the reaction channels and some of my feelings about them and how they are evolving over this saga. Obviously, reaction channels, myself included, I'm not saying I'm not that, although I don't do necessarily reactions all the time. I think I'm in the girl world community for sure. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone. I'm not saying that, you know, I would make different decisions, but I am just getting a little tired of the reaction channels right now. Tea spilling of it all. So obviously being in the Amberverse and in girl world, all of that stuff, there is a lot of like tea and messy receipts and messy drama and things have just gotten really heavy specifically the last like 2 to 3 years, I would say. Really since the end of the Beck era, we kind of went through the admittedly dull Jade slash wifey era, and then everything that's kind of gone down with Erica slash Valentine and now Tommy. Like, there's just a lot of serious allegations from Amberlynn's past, specifically with Casey, have come back up. And so it's just really serious. There is still some fun to be had, like when Amber makes vlogs or live streams and she's just kind of being a little, for lack of a better word, dumb. Like, that is still a little fun. But with everything coming out right now, I'm just getting a little annoyed with people not necessarily saying where they're getting this tea from. Obviously, this is referring to the whole Discord situation and the boatloads of tea that's still in that or was before it was deleted. All of this kind of kicked off for me over this past weekend when Jordy had a live stream and he played a voice note that was from Emily to a reaction channel. And basically, someone in Jordy's chat asked, "Where did you get this from?" And he basically had a non answer. And that just really annoyed me because I feel like with everything going on with the Discord and the kind of lack of transparency that Rachel had in getting all of this stuff, one, if you're using things that she still obtained, I think that is in poor taste. And two, I think you need to be overly authentic at this point to kind of keep credibility. And I love Jordy. I think he has great content. He really entertains me, but that just kind of got on my nerves a little bit. And I understand his motto of kind of trickling out the tea and always having something new to talk about. But I don't know. That just I was like, okay, whatever. Like I'll just kind of get through this and watch the rest of the live stream. But it kind of kept nagging on me. And then Mr. Snowflake made his video going over rumors. And basically he's seeing this, he said, "This is everything I'm hearing about Amber behind the scenes." And that also just annoyed me because like stop talking behind the scenes at this point. Like, just put everything out there. I'm so tired of the behind the scenes and the secretness of it all. And I get it. A lot of people are going to say, well, you're a nobody reaction channel. You don't have this audience. You're not in on this kind of click to get this type of tea. And that's so true. That's definitely true. But some of the largest reaction channels, like Zachary Michael, Charlie Gold, Michael B. Petty, they didn't rely on obtaining tea and receipts to build their audience back in the day, and maybe we're just in a different spot now in kind of the girl world and Amber universe and kind of what it means to be commentating and more or less so reporting on Amber Lynn. Maybe there does need to be a certain level of, needing to get the tea, but and kind of getting up the receipts and that sort of stuff. But I just don't know what I think. Kind of thesis statement. I think it is okay to have this tea, although we're specifically referring to the latest voice note that came about Emily. I'll get on my feelings of that at the end of this video. But I think it's okay to kind of get tea and have things going on as long as you're being overly authentic as to where you got it from. And I understand, in journalism and reporting, like protecting your source and those sorts of things. But some of these topics are really serious, and I just feel like with what Rachel did, I'm sorry, but she made a decision that is now having ramifications for the whole community. If you're going to be spilling tea or spilling receipts, you need to say specifically where did you get this from, especially if it is things that was shared in the Discord. In my opinion, maybe other people will disagree with me. Once again, I'm not trying to hate on any creators or anything like that in this video. I'm just kind of sharing my thoughts on my little sphere of girl world and of the Amber content I'm consuming, and I can stop at any time. I understand that. I'm not saying anyone should necessarily change. I'm just giving my opinion and all my thoughts and feelings on the situation. That is all. Now, specifically referring to the voice note that was played and kind of went on this weekend and kind of the things going down with like Amber. One, I think the voice note with Emily specifically stating, I don't want this shared, I think should have been respected. Also, at the same time, my thoughts on Emily is just like stop talking to her. I don't think she's reliable. Personally, if you really want my honest opinion, I don't believe the sync story from Emily. I think that Emily is a clout chaser. I think that she does whatever she can to be messy and throw things back in Amber's face. And she heard that from Beck earlier this year, and now she's throwing it back in her face. I'm not trying to necessarily stick up from Amber, and it is a possibility that Amber did the sync method at Emily's house 100%. I think that that is a huge possibility and a strong possibility. But I just don't believe Emily, and that's kind of my thought. And so I'm not going to play it. There's plenty of channels who have played it. Charlie Gold made a whole video around it that also really helped solidify my feelings on this. Zachary Michael had a video that came out. I watched that video last night, and that really solidified my thoughts and feelings. And I wanted to record this video really like Sunday. I guess I am kind of happy that I waited until today to just have a little bit more time to solidify what I am thinking. But yeah, that's kind of everything for this video. I know it's a quick one. I just kind of wanted to get my thoughts on the current state of Girl World out there. I will continue to cover things as they come out that kind of align with what I want to talk about. And if I feel like I have anything to say. Once again, I am not trying to hate on any particular reaction channels or anything. I know I mentioned Jordy and Mr. Snowflake. I think they both make really good and entertaining content. And I will continue to watch them. This has not like ruined my watching relationship with either of them or anything like that. I just wanted to state kind of I'm feeling and where I stand on the state of tea and receipts and spilling things in Girl World currently. So thanks so much. Please let me know what you think down below, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.